Hare Krishna. Welcome back to our YouTube channel where we are discussing the pastimes of the Supreme Lord Ramachandra from the ninth canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th chapter. So far, we have read 50 verses, their translations, and their commentaries. Now we shall read 51 onwards. Text 51. Lord Ramachandra became king during Treta Yuga, but because of his good government, the age was like Satya Yuga. Everyone was religious and completely happy. Purport Commentary. Among the four yugas, Satya, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali, the Kali Yuga is the worst. But if the process of Varnashram Dharma is introduced, even in the age of Kali, the situation of Satya Yuga can be invoked. The Hare Krishna movement or Krishna consciousness movement is meant for this purpose. Kaler dosh nidhe rajan astiha ekam guna कीर्तनाद एव कृष्णस्य मुक्त संग param व्रजेत. My dear king, although Kali Yuga is full of faults, there is still one good quality about this age. Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, one can become free from material bondage and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom. Srimad Bhagavatam 12 canto 3rd chapter 51st verse. If people take to this Sankirtan movement of chanting Hare Krishna Hare Rama, they will certainly be free from the contamination of Kali Yuga, and people of this age will be happy, as people were in Satya Yuga, the golden age. Anyone, anywhere can easily take to this Hare Krishna movement. One need only chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, observe the rules and regulations, and stay free from contamination of sinful life. Even if one is sinful and cannot give up sinful life immediately, if he chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantra with devotion and faith, he will certainly be free from all sinful activities and his life will be successful. Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. This is the blessing of Lord Ramachandra, who has appeared in this age of Kali as Lord Gaurasundar. Yes, Prabhupada has commented, so we should try and speak something. Here it is mentioned how there are four yugas, the Satya Yuga, the Treta Yuga, the Dwapar Yuga, and the Kali Yuga. And Kali Yuga, the age we are living in now, is the most sinful, most degraded. But we can change it by following the Varnashram system. The Varnashram system is a very simple system of four Varnas and four Ashramas. And if you follow that, it will be very easy. Another place Prabhupada is mentioning from the 12th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, he is quoting this verse, Kaler dosha nidhe rajan astiha ekam hatguna kirtanadeva krishnasya mukta sangha param vraje. That Kali Yuga is full of faults, but just by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we can go back to the beautiful Satya Yuga where everything is peaceful. And also, Prabhupada is mentioning there that there is no bar. You can come from any society, any race, any country, from anywhere. It's very easy. Just chant Hare Krishna, follow the regulative principles of no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex, which are very easy. And then Prabhupada is continuing to say that if someone is very sinful and it's very difficult for him to give these things up, he can chant Hare Krishna sincerely, and this chanting will purify his heart, and with time he will be able to give up. And Prabhupada is ending the purport by saying, Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtan. That Sri Krishna Sankirtan is the most benediction of everything to the mankind. Let's read ahead. Text 52. O Maharaj Parikshit, best of the Bharata dynasty, during the reign of Ramachandra, the forests, the rivers, the hills and mountains, the states, the seven islands, and the seven seas were all favorable in supplying the necessities of life for all living beings. Text 53. Lord Ramachandra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, was the king of this world. All bodily and mental suffering, disease, old age, bereavement, lamentation, distress, fear, and fatigue were completely absent. There was even no death for those who did not want it. Interesting. Let's read what Prabhupada has commented. Purport means commentary by Srila Prabhupada. All these facilities existed because of Lord Ramachandra's presence as the king of the entire world. A similar situation can be introduced immediately, even in this age called Kali, the worst of all ages. It is said, Kali Kale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar. Krishna descends in this Kali Yuga in the form of his holy name, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. If we chant offenselessly, Ram and Krishna are still present in this age. The kingdom of Ram was immediately popular and beneficial, and spreading of this Hare Krishna movement can immediately introduce a similar situation even in this Kali Yuga. Yes, so let us see that how it is happening. Prabhupada is quoting Kali Kale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar, that God has descended to this material world in the form of the holy name in Kali Yuga. And because he has descended in the form of the holy name, which means the name and the person is non-different. Both are equally strong. A similar quotation is given in the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. We shall read that also. It is said, Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Suddho Nitya Mukto Abhinatva Nama Namino. This is from the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 17, text 133. The translation goes, the holy name of Krishna is transcendently blissful. It bestows all spiritual benediction, for it is Krishna himself, the reservoir of all pleasure. Krishna's name is complete and its form, and it is the form of all transcendental mellows. It is not a material name under any condition, and it is no less powerful than Krishna himself. Since Krishna's name is not contaminated by material qualities, there is no question of its being involved with Maya. Krishna's name is always liberated and spiritual. It is never conditioned by the laws of nature. This is because the name of Krishna and Krishna himself are identical. Yes, we have to understand this, that the name and the person, Krishna himself, are identical, is the same. So when we are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna is with us. We just have to realize it. We just have to chant purely and come to that platform to understand it. And purport in the commentary of this verse, Prabhupada is just, quoting that this quotation is from Padma Puran. So many times when we quote from Chaitanya Charitamrita, many people do not know this scripture, so they think, yeah, these Hare Krishnas have come up with their own scripture. But Prabhupada, in many of verses, Prabhupada is quoting that no, This is from taken from the Padma Puran. This is taken from Skanda Puran. This is taken from Srimad Bhagavatam. This is taken from the Bhagavad Gita. So it's not a made up Hare Krishna scripture. It is a scripture which has quotation from many scriptures to prove that chanting of the Hare Krishna is the highest. Yes, so then also because Krishna's name and Krishna himself are non different, so when we are chanting, Krishna is there. It's just that because we are not pure yet, we don't see him, but he's always there in his holy name. So by pure and sincere chanting, we will get to know him better. So let's go ahead. Text number 54, translation. Lord Ram, sorry. Lord Ramachandra took a vow of accepting only one wife and have no connection with any other woman. He was a saintly king, and everything in his character was good, untinged by qualities like anger. He taught good behavior for everyone, especially the householders, in terms of Varnashram Dharma. Thus, he taught the general public by his personal activities. Purport by Prabhupada. Ekapatni Vrat, accepting only one wife, was the glorious example of Lord Ramachandra. One should not accept more than one wife. In those days, of course, people did marry more than one wife. Even Lord Ramachandra's father accepted more wives than one. But Lord Ramachandra, as an ideal king, accepted only one wife, Mother Sita. When Mother Sita was kidnapped by Ravan and the Rakshasas, Lord Ramachandra, as the supreme personality of Godhead, could have married hundreds and thousands of Sitas. But to teach us how faithful he was to his wife, he fought with Ravan and finally killed him. The Lord punished Ravan and rescued him. The Lord punished Ravan and rescued his wife to instruct men to have only one wife. Lord Ramachandra accepted only one wife and manifested sublime character. This thus setting an example for the householders. A householder should live according to the ideal of Lord Ramachandra, who showed how to be a perfect person. Maryada Purushottam. Being a householder or living with a wife and children is never condemned, provided one lives according to the regulative principles of Varnashram Dharma. Those who live in accordance with these principles, whether as householders, brahmacharis, or vanaprasthas, are all equally important. Yes, so Prabhupada is explaining how Lord Ramachandra's ideal character was. He was not somebody who was like the others. He was Maryada Purushottam. He wanted to show the world how to live a simple life with a single wife. And Prabhupada also quoting that those days it was normal for the kings to have more than one wife. Generally, the rule was to have one wife, or to, if you can handle, you can have more than one wife. But who can handle even one wife? So then that's why it's better to have one wife and learn the ideals from the ideal king, ideal God, Lord Ramachandra. And Prabhupada is mentioning there that Lord Ramachandra, for him it was not a problem. If Ravana took one Sita, he could just marry hundreds and thousands of Sitas. Just like when he came as Krishna, he was dancing with so many gopis. Supreme Personality of Godhead, he can do anything. When he came as Krishna, he wanted to show that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He can do anything and everything. He can dance with 100,000 wives. He can kill so many people in one sitting. He can do everything. So both are the same personalities, but they came in different times to teach us different things. So yes, Ram was Maryada Purushottam with Ekapatni Vrata. Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan Krishna. So he had to prove his Swayam Bhagavanatva. He wanted to prove that he's the Swayam Bhagavan. So he had to do uncommon activities. So his way of teaching us that he's different was also different. Prabhupada is also saying that one should be chaste to one's spouse, husband and wife should be chaste to each other. That's when everything will be peaceful in the house or household for that matter. And Lord Ram taught with example, his own example. In the West these days, people see, like we see that small children are smoking, and when parents tell them not to smoke, still the children don't give up, and the parents tell them, "Do as I say, don't do as I do," because they themselves are smoking, so they don't want their children to smoke like them, but they themselves cannot give up. But Lord Ramachandra had a proper ideal character, and that's why he could say, "Okay, you do this because I myself am doing." Like how we say, the English proverb goes, "Monkey say, monkey do. Monkey see, monkey do." So small children are like monkeys. Everybody is monkeys. If you are seeing somebody doing something, we also want to do it. So that's how life goes. If you want to train somebody, you should be doing what you want to be done. You want them to be doing. Not like the Western civilization, do as I say, not as I do. Yes, so it's a very crazy world out there in Kali Yuga. But if you implement the chanting of Hare Krishna, Prabhupada is guaranteeing us, the acharyas are guaranteeing us, the teachers are guaranteeing us, God Himself is guaranteeing us that we can go back and live in the peaceful age of Satya Yuga if we follow the chanting of Hare Krishna and the regulative principles, and regular listening and hearing of the Ramayana, Mahabharata, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, scriptures like that. And Prabhupada is, in this whole chapter, in many of the purpose, Prabhupada has mentioned Varnashram Dharma. And we see how in India, at least till the time of the Englishmen coming for ruling India, they were following it in a perverted way that only Brahmanas were respected, everybody else was not respected, especially the Shudras, who gave service were not at all respected. They were treated as untouchable. So that's why it was a problem. But then, if we follow it properly, then it will not be a problem. Following it properly is the thing when we understand what is Varnashram Dharma. Varnashram Dharma is everybody is equal in their own way. Not that everybody is equal, classless society. No. We do need people for cleaning. We do need accountants. We do need doctors. We do need teachers. You cannot ask somebody who is not educated or who is falling into the Shudra category to be equal to a teacher and go and teach in a university. He himself will not know what to teach. He himself is not educated. So it's not by uh, the just by saying that everybody is equal, everybody is equal. Everybody is equal in the eyes of God. But when it comes to doing their job, doing their duty, everybody is different, and that's how the world should see, not make everybody unnecessarily equal and create more problems. So yes, we shall read. more, and this text 55 is the last text of this chapter. Translation: Mother Sita was very submissive, faithful, shy, and chaste, always understanding the attitude of her husband. Thus, by her character and her love and service, she completely attracted the mind of the Lord. Purport, commentary. As Lord Ramachandra is the ideal husband, Ekapatni Vrata, Mother Sita is the ideal wife. Such a combination makes family life happy. Yad yad acharati shreshtas tat tad eve taro janaha. Whatever example a great man sets, common people follow. If the kings, the leaders, and the brahmanas, the teachers who would set forth the examples we receive from Vedic literature, the entire world would be heaven. Indeed, there would be no longer hellish conditions within this material world. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport to the ninth canto, 10th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Pastimes of the Supreme Lord Ramachandra. Yes, so we have finished one chapter, but the last verse had commentary, so let's just explain. If we make two columns and we put both the Mother Sita and Lord Ramachandra, we see how Ramachandra was the ideal husband, Ekapatni Vrata. Even after Sita was kidnapped, he did not marry anyone else or many more else, which he could easily do. At the other hand, Mother Sita also, she was the ideal wife. And there also, when she was kidnapped, because Ravana was cursed that he couldn't force any lady to have a union with him, he was forcing Mother Sita that, no, you should accept me as your husband, and then he could enjoy her. But she did not, because she was also ideal wife. She did not do that. A leader should be exemplary, Prabhupada is saying. A leader should be exemplary, like how Lord Ramachandra was, and how Mother Sita was. They were exemplary in their own way of showing how we should live our lives. Simple way, educated in scriptures so that we don't offend anybody. We do our daily spiritual rituals. And Prabhupada is quoting from the Bhagavad Gita, Yad Yad Acharati Shrestha Tat Tad Eve Karo Janaha. That whatever standards is set by a great person or a leader, common men follow. So in those days, Lord Ramachandra was ideal, Mother Sita was ideal. They gave, they not gave, they were good leaders, and they showed it by their own actions. It was not like how the Western mindset goes, do as I say, don't do as I do. They did it. That's why people followed them. And because people followed them, the place was, earth was that time, it was very peaceful, not like now. Wars are everywhere. Everybody's trying to kill everybody else and be on the top. And nowadays we see the leaders also, they are very corrupted. Everybody is just voting for themselves. They want to get the vote, be the leader, and exploit the subjects under them. Lord Ramachandra was not that. We already read how he was like a father. Father used to take care. But nowadays leadership is not ideal. It's not exemplary. There's nothing to learn from them. So what are the public learning? Public is also learning corruption, how to loot, how to steal, how to uh, increase all the six anarthas: lust, pride, greed, envy, anger, etc. So we should try and stop or at least reduce this by chanting of Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So yes, with this first chapter of the Ramayana series is over. We will start the next chapter tomorrow onwards. There are only two chapters in the Srimad Bhagavatam about Lord Ramachandra. One is done, one will start tomorrow. Thank you very much. Please subscribe and join us daily for nectar like this. Hare Krishna.